Oh, welcome to the internet dropouts. My name is Joseph, and I messed up.
You sound like you're starting a horse race.
And
And
in the first lane, we've
welcome,
got Jeremy
welcome
Biggin.
to the Grand
Jeremy,
National.
I put all my money
to
on him.
Did you actually? Well, you're gonna lose because it's got 3 legs. Because I chopped it off.
Oh,
Oh.
I put it in my freezer.
next to the frozen pizza.
Welcome to Internet Dropouts Podcast. It's a bi-weekly podcast, which you can get in all your platforms. I'm Joe, also known as Minecraft Boy. I am joined here with Jack Gunnick.
I am drinking water. Health is wealth, one would say. My name is Jake Paul, and you can buy my online guide to Wealth is Health for £69 a month.
Okay, I'm also known. I'm also with Beth, also known as Buffy Lou.
Hi! I have nothing to say like Jack did.
Okay.
Did you know I also
Unfortunately,
coated my Lamborghini in a banner which says
Shut the
Wealth is
fuck up,
Health?
Jack.
shut the fuck up.
Unfortunately, Jack Reed can't be here because he's working till like 11 o'clock. Because
Making
he's,
it sound
See,
like
if you're
he's
listening to this, I'll fucking eat you.
he's an
Whoa.
absolute grafter.
Jack Reed's only role in the internet dropouts is to just occasionally post on a Twitter account, and that's all his contract says.
Occasionally, I think he's the only person who posts on
True.
that.
No, I've put some good tweets out there this week. I've been a lot of the tweets
Spencer,
this week.
was that you tweeting the other day?
No, I ain't tweeted in ages.
Oh,
I
okay.
tweeted the rainbow flag.
I was pretty. You? That was you?
That was me.
I thought that was Spencer.
Nope,
By the
that was
way,
me.
our Twitter is at iDropouts. If you want to, visit us there.
It's
If you want to see any
terrible.
of the socials or any of the links to the other podcasts, it's internet.dropouts.link on your
That's
web
our
browser.
website, basically. But we're also here. I'm going to.
We're also
just-
weird, yeah.
Yeah, we're weird.
I'm
yeah.
here with False Live, also known
I'm
as
here.
Spencer.
I'm queer.
Are you?
Because
Oh,
it's Gay
yeah,
Pride
congrats.
Month!
It's Pride Month.
Pride Month.
I didn't know that's
love
the way
you,
you
False.
swung, but well done. Well done.
And finally, we're with the Inner Littlewood lover, DJ Big Mac, or Matthew.
I
Cameron.
also have a bottle of water, and it's the same bottle as Jack, except mine doesn't have branding on it.
But did you know you're following my guide? Health is wealth.
I am following his guide, Health is Wealth, but he's giving it
And I'm not.
to me
I've got
for
a big
free
fuck off can of Red Bull.
because I
See, Joe
tempt
Joe
him.
doesn't have wealth because Red Bull.
I just ate a slice of cake.
Nice.
Beth doesn't have wealth because of cake.
I've eaten 3 slices today.
Beth has fat.
3 slices of cake.
Okay.
Jesus. Christ, three slices of cake.
Right. I am the. I was
Hey,
going to say
you're-
producer. For a
Can we
second.
highlight something quickly? Our podcast, according to one of the websites we're on, is a 7 out of 5 star rating.
Oh, so it is.
Congrats,
I forgot
boys.
about that.
Congrats! Applause to all of us. Come on, everyone, give themselves a pat on the
Ah,
back.
just punch my mic.
7 out of 5 stars. We've actually broken the
What, have they like?
Joe.
Have they like said a review or anything? Or
No.
Um.
It's just 7 out of 5 stars. So we're just that good that we've broken the rating system.
damn, we're so cool. So I'm gonna be the main man for this podcast, which I feel sorry because I've already like messed up just the intro part a good 5 times already. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about paranormal activity.
That's like the film, isn't it? I couldn't watch them
bit.
because I was too scared.
I was too young.
I wasn't
And I've
born.
got
I just
Wait a
remember
minute.
seeing
I was too
some, like
old.
photo video thing
If
in a
you
loft.
wasn't born.
okay. So we're just gonna go straight into it, really, and we're gonna talk about electric magnetic fields. Ooh, scary,
Why is the common
ghosties.
why is the common trend we talk about science related?
Because we're all
It's actually
super
the
smart.
second podcast fault, and this isn't that scientific, even though
It's
it is.
electromagnetic
It is.
physics.
So basically,
I mean, quickly, there are other topics in our document of shit to do that aren't
Yeah,
science
yeah.
related.
this is just the top
Mine
thing,
kind of
which is-
links in with science quite a lot, but it's
Technically,
Don't
like
everything.
you.
Technically, everything is science because Earth, elements, atoms, bodies,
What if it's not on Earth?
science.
like how we're talking right now through like sound waves and that.
Science.
Science, kids.
Anyway,
Um.
In school.
Anyway, so
Perhaps do drugs, who knows?
the big like trend of this whole like ghost hunting era, basically a bit like Phasmophobia, if you've ever played that. Very good game.
I like to
Uh,
watch Joe Weller's videos on his ghost hunting.
He does
He's
have
my
some
favourite
decent
ghost
videos, to
hunter.
be honest.
He's
They're
my
funny
favourite
as fuck.
ghost hunter.
Yeah, they're funny as fuck. Especially like the ones where he finds a phone and it's always that same little guy saying, "Yo, yo, I'm back again." One of them ones.
Yeah, that's not a real ghost. That's editing.
No shit. I'm
Well
just saying
done,
it's
Joe.
comedy. It's comedy.
Wait. Our guy who's telling us about paranormal activity thinks that video editing, we're in for a long one, boys.
That is not what I've fucking meant.
Alright.
Alright. So basically, is it
EMF.
EDF? Was it EDF like What's-
EDM.
EMF.
EMF readers? I'm getting there, lads. I'm fucking
They're
getting there.
They're in video games. Phasmophobia.
Not just
EDM
video
readers.
games.
An EDM
It's
reader is just a
basically-
CD player.
If you see anyone talking about ghost, they're gonna have one. Like it's basically, they're always gonna bring one. Either that or an Ouija board.
Luigi.
Luigi board.
Luigi
What happened
board.
to Mario's board?
Mario,
Luigi-
Mario, are you
Can I get
there?
one of them in my local high street then?
What?
A Ouija board. Can I
Yeah.
get it in my local high street?
What?
Yeah, no one gets you reference.
Because I live in
we just fucking don't.
Because I live in
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
Glasgow.
yeah.
Glaswegians are
We
Ouijas.
still-
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Is that
Shut the fuck up.
alcohol?
No,
Hmm.
I took a
tempt
massive
me.
swig wet in the intro, and I regret it so much.
It's
Um,
alcohol, isn't it?
Basically,
Maybe.
can everybody just fucking stick to the fucking topic?
Sorry, we're just highlighting that Fault swigged a massive swig of alcohol in the intro. The youngest person here.
Hey, yo, I'm 18. On paper, not on paper though.
On paper.
Not on
I'm
paper.
18 on paper.
No, not on
Yeah, and
paper.
it's
he's
drawn out
18.
ID. Drawn out with crayon.
Anyway, sorry.
So basically, it's like apparently, which is like very. I'm really tired, lads. I was gonna say controversial for some fucking reason, but it's every time like people go hunting, like ghost hunting, or it's anything to do with ghosts. They've always got these readers, which I've looked into, and it's because back in like the first time people thought ghosts were like real, might be in like the 1800s maybe. They found out that there's a lot of electric magnetic field, like saying, "Oh, that means there's a ghost there." But what scientists found out was that in abandoned buildings, just for some reason, there's just a lot of fucking electromagnetic field, meaning science basically just said that the ghost hunters were wrong and ghosts don't exist. But what they did there was just say, "Oh, if ghosts are there, if there's going to be electromagnetic fields, lad." So that's why people are going around saying there's a ghost here, even though it's just fucking fake, really. But so science has proven like everyone wrong, but there's still people out there who still believe in ghosts through all of this shit. Which it also relates to, if people don't know, there's a British channel called TGF Bro, which is very popular in England. And they yeah, they recently went to like this abandoned, like maybe like the most haunted pub in like England or something, which they're well known for is like faking everything basically. And he even said that Jay said all of his ghost videos he's ever made are just fake. He just admitted it, and everyone was like, "Why would you say that? Because that's just gonna lose views." But in that video, they obviously had the electromagnetic field like detector, and it was going off. But that literally could have been anything. It could have been like your phone, because if you put like your phone near it, it goes off because obviously it's your fucking phone is obviously going to beep off that. So that basically breaks that there wasn't ghosts there, but there was they had this footage because they put cameras everywhere and had this footage in like this supposedly like the most haunted room in the pub, and one like they split up in groups, which as we know in horror movies, it's not going to go well if you fucking split up. But half of them went upstairs, half of them went downstairs, and they heard this massive bang, or like they heard something move or something like that, and they were like fucking shitting it, which everyone's gonna fucking shit it. If you're alone in a fucking dark, supposedly abandoned, haunted pub, of course you're gonna be fucking suspicious.
That's
Fucking
just my
sus
room
like
every
the
night.
imposter. So what they did was looked back at the footage, and they seen like this box on a table move, and it was like it was like subtle, but they definitely like heard it move. Which is, it was weird because obviously they said that everything they've done was fake, but like in a sense, Jay was like crying, thinking he was like going to die basically, which is quite mad because he's like a serious, jokey guy. So when you're seeing like other people's emotions about this whole thing, like it just fucks with your head really. But moving on to like the next topic from that is paranoia, and that just takes a massive, just fucking dip into this whole paranormal activity. You might as well call it paranoia activity.
Okay.
Shut up.
I mean, no,
What do you mean?
no,
No to what?
just what you said.
the joke.
joke.
Wow. It wasn't a joke. It was facts. Okay. Which is actually funny because was it like 2 days ago? Beth, me, and Fault were watching like this horror
Who now?
game that Markiplier was playing,
Don't you
And-
fucking down and stuff in the
and basically all of us were just fucking shitting it from amount of like jump scares was happening, and
Don't
so obviously we were watching this,
do it.
and Beth said, "Oh, I can't put my feet out of the bed because I feel like someone's gonna grab it." Which then I went straight to the paranoia aspect because if we didn't watch that video, she would have been fine. But obviously, it's the thought of it really, and it's the thought of like things that are scary that's gonna happen to you just because you've watched a certain thing. So if you're saying, "Oh, this house is haunted," of course you're gonna think if you hear a single noise could be so faint, you're gonna like link it to some sort of ghosty shit. But if it's in your house and you just feel comfortable and you hear a noise, you'll blame it on something else. It's like, oh, it's just the wind. Don't worry about it. But if somebody says, "Oh, I've just seen something," then you get paranoid and you feel a lot anxious, really, and you try to link things up, which it's just kind of fucked. Anyone thoughts on that? Because I don't like talking to myself.
I talk to
Sometimes when
myself.
I hear noises in my house, I immediately think it's a ghost.
I
I
is
used to
that-
as a child. I used to as a child play like the jumping game where like you turn the lights off because there's a ghost gonna grab your feet, running towards my bed as quick as possible.
It's
Oh,
Oh,
I
was that
used
when
to
you
do
like
that.
you were switching off the lights in like the whole of your house? Like
Yeah.
you were the last person to switch off. Yeah. When you've got
Yeah,
like
you're like
you run up
standing
your
there with a light
stairs.
switch, and then as soon as you turn it off, you leg it,
because you think if you turn around, somebody's gonna fucking.
and then you get in
you.
bed really, really quickly and pull the covers over you as if somebody's trying to catch you.
And yet that's
I mean-
the worst way to escape them. Because they could literally just
They can. I was gonna say.
Just
Yeah, but for
wrap
some
you up
reason
in
your
the
bed's
covers
like,
and
your
lift.
bed is like your bed is like the safe space.
they can't hurt
Yeah.
you if you're tucked
It's
in
more.
bed.
It's a more psychological thing that you.
I was gonna
you
say,
associate your
'cause
bed with rest.
Comfort, really.
comfort.
Yeah, your room's comfort is safe.
It's your
But,
space.
It's mine.
Okay.
No, but it is like a thing. Like as a kid, we would grow up, and if we just hear one scary story, we think it's fucking over, lads. Our life is hell. No, but like we thought that people were gonna get you because we were scared of the dark when we were a kid. Like we always thought if we can't see something, something bad's going to happen to us. So like, I grew up with severe anxiety. I still do, but what would happen is it was a point where I couldn't like stay in the house alone. Like I would always think something bad was going to happen, and I grew up on a horrible street. But there was a point where it was pitch black in my bedroom, and if I would just think of just horrible shit. Like that's you could agree on this, Campbell. When you stopped fucking laughing, you can agree on this.
Yeah,
That
Campbell, grow up.
It
Grow up,
was
Campbell.
Spencer, sorry.
Wasn't me. I didn't do nothing.
you were taking the LIC in that, Spencer. Shut up.
No.
Um, It's just like this psychological thing you're wearing there. You think of a lot of things, don't you, when you've got fucking anxiety, Campbell?
Oh, 100%.
Everything just rushes through your head.
You always
So, like-
go to the worst case scenario straight away, and you overthink it a lot.
So what I used to do is, I don't do now, which I'm grateful for, is when I was in bed and it's pitch black, which took me time. Like I was maybe 12, 13 until I can actually sleep in the pitch black because I was just fucking. It was so fucking shit. But what I would do is I would turn my brightness up on my phone, and I would basically scan the room to see if anyone's there, in a sense, because I always thought someone could somehow get in there. And there was a point where this was when I was like 16, so it was a couple of years ago. I was by myself downstairs, and I heard a noise upstairs, and it was loud as fuck, and I was just very paranoid about everything. So it sounds silly now when how I say it, but what I'd do is I would go through every single room and check if anyone's there because of how paranoid I am. So how I'm linking this all together is you always think of the bad things when something's recently's happened to you. For example, like that Beth case where it was like, if you see something scary, you're going to think of something scary is going to happen to you then. It's a bit like watching a horror movie, really. Like, if you see that somebody got attacked by somebody sneaked into your room, like, you're obviously going to feel like, oh, that could happen to me sometimes. What got to me was the dark web's a scary fucking place. And I got scared that, like, anyone could try and get your like IP address or something and just fucking attack you. Like it could just happen like that.
That's why people say don't go on the dark web. Like, don't go on the dark web. It's a scary place.
Yeah, because if
'Cause-
somebody like just wanted to buy some like Bitcoin or something, because you can buy Bitcoin on there, I think. But
But you can
Literally.
buy Bitcoin on the regular web.
You can buy a lot of worse things than
You
Bitcoin.
use
No
the
shit.
Bitcoin. You use the Bitcoin on the dark web to buy the bad things because
Hey,
it's
Beth, do you
more
want to set up a
untraceable.
website on the dark web?
Guns, drugs,
Nah,
but
she's
the
just got
second you
OnlyFans.
contact someone on there, they can get every single information and they can literally just fucking get your house information. Just go there. Like there's some fucked up people, and that's what like paranoid me sometimes. It's just how fucking bad the world is, really. And linking back to the ghost, because I just had a fucking
you just went to
Rant there.
dark web.
I was ranting there.
I wouldn't really have
Is that-
rant. It was a
it
tangent.
was like I don't know what that is, lad.
I've drank too much water. I need to pee.
If
Okay.
there's a circle and then there's a line
That's a
on
tangent.
the circle, that's it. That is it.
Thank you, math man.
Wait, what Chuck Daniels is that?
You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
Is it honey? Is it honey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It
is
is
it Jim
funny.
Bean though? Is it Big Jim Bean?
Fuck off, I'm getting wrong.
Okay,
Always
anyway,
getting wrong.
continue about
Paranoia.
Yeah, paranoia.
Have you got any stories about paranoia, Jack?
No, apart from
Everybody's leaving.
Spencer's just got up and shaking his hands.
He's getting
Uh,
called by someone.
Yeah, okay. No, I haven't got any stories of paranoia.
Not
uh,
even like you've seen something and then thought of that in like maybe the day. So like if you've watched a horror movie or anything, do you relate
No.
it to your
I don't tend to watch horror movies. I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Clever.
watch horror films
clever?
because they're full of shit. And if you watch, like, I've been to like cinemas and there's a really shit, cheap, like £2 cinema around me.
Do you want to
It's in the
diss the
proper-
name real
it's-
quick? Drop the name, diss him.
Like Premier Cinemas or some shit.
Bruh.
Mercury Shopping Centre. Shout out to you for having real class.
Oh,
Um,
just skipped into frame.
Can I just
no.
apologise quickly if anybody heard any noises on the recording because my mic's quite sensitive? I apologise. I've got wind.
Oh no.
I went through and let a big ripper on as soon as I went through, and I don't know if my mic's picked it up or not.
Fuck's
Fuck's
sake.
sake.
But no, so going to like a cheap cinema and watching like a horror film there, everyone would just laugh and like it is like the shit cinema, like people get
Yeah.
fingered in the back row
Oh,
Oh,
and shit like that.
it's the one where you find
So-
it's the one where you find the cucumbers after
It
they've
was
showed 50 Shades.
classy. So like when like a new horror film comes out and they fill up like the cinema with people, everyone's just talking and cracking jokes the whole time.
that
So
pissed me off.
so it wasn't funny or that wasn't scary. I mean, so no, I don't tend to watch horror films. That was
Do
probably
you know
my
the
last
one
time
thing
watching
that
one.
pisses me off the most in cinema though?
What?
Crisps. But the,
No, it's
it's
the rustly
not
bag.
that.
It's the rustly
It's the
bag.
fucking bag. They're sitting there like, and it's like
Nothing picked up.
None of us heard
Fucking
that.
nothing picked
No,
up.
nothing
So you just
picked
look like
up.
a right weirdo
no,
right now.
I can guarantee you it picked up on the recording.
All we heard is
Just quickly
An
related
occasional
to
two
us
little
editing the podcast. Is anyone making notes?
No,
Okay, never
I mean, I'm
mind.
making notes, but not for these.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beth just fucking
It's
studying.
fine.
I
for
thought Beth, I
exam.
thought Beth was writing drawing another fucking ID for faults.
nah, I've just drew that.
No.
I
okay.
just know I had to
What
use.
idea?
I had to use an
You did
orange highlighter to get the same hair color.
So funny.
Have you got any stories of paranoia, Campbell?
I have my voice cracked. So basically, just to put this into perspective, my granny's dead, and
Alright. Hey.
Joe just took
My
the L.
nan's dead. My
Um,
nan's dead, and I'm paranoid about her haunting me because I stole a cookie once from the cookie jar. Okay, granted, it was once from the cookie jar.
No,
Okay, sorry.
She got cremated last year, the year before, and her ashes, ever since she's been cremated, have been sitting in the dining room at home because we've not had a chance to go and spread her because
Oh,
COVID.
don't tell me you put her in the spag bowl.
Someone.
No, we accidentally
Bit
hoovered her
seasoned.
up. We accidentally hoovered her up. No, no, you do have to be careful around her
You want an
because she
extra
does get a
little
bit
you want-
dusty,
you want-
and you've got to hoover the top. But we're just kind of
You
worried
want,
we're
you
going to
want to
open
add
it and
some
it's going to be
seasoning
empty.
to your chip? You go for the wrong pot.
Anyway,
Granny on chips.
yummy. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, ever since she's been in
Paranoia.
that dining room, weird things have happened in that dining room.
Like,
Like,
A cookie.
No.
yeah. Grant,
like-
I told you. I'm sorry about the fucking
My-
I'm
cookie jar.
fucking
So-
sorry.
this is quite
A cookie
creepy.
gets pelted at his head.
This is quite creepy, but my sister was walking through one night.
Oh,
Thanks, Beth. My sister was walking through from the kitchen through
She's
to
hot.
her bedroom, which is through the dining room, and as she turned around in the kitchen, she swears that she saw somebody standing in the doorway between the dining room and the living room. But she said it wasn't like oh, somebody's just kind of walking away and it's like, hoo. It was like as if somebody was standing there looking at her. And then she turned away, got back.
I mean, a lot of people have said
No,
your
did they?
sister's fit, so they may be just a stalker staring at. They're staring at her.
It was me. It was me, Campbell. She's really fit, so.
So Spencer's webcam just like, I had wild monkey sex. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep it cool because he's okay.
When was
But-
this then?
But no, that sounds a bit crazy. Like, was it late at night that your sister did it? Was she like
it
maybe
would've been
not
about-
fully awake?
It would have been about probably 7:30, 8 o'clock. It
Oh,
was when
so it
it was
wasn't like
dark.
she was
It was
tired.
dark at the time.
Oh, it was dark.
Um,
Was she thinking of her anyway? Like, was she in her head? Not that sounds
I can
weird.
tell Beth heard that as
She's
well.
in my head.
No, I heard something else, and I can tell
Did you
Beth.
say? Did you say?
That's what I thought.
What? You just fart?
What?
Repeat what you said.
Was she in her head?
Were you thinking about her? Is that what you said? Me and Campbell.
I don't get it.
What I heard. That's not
Hey, Campbell, I think you should show this episode to your sister.
Just talk about your sister.
Hey yo, if you're listening to this, I think you're
You are
hot.
hot.
Yo, Olivia, I respect your brother, so
I don't.
yes.
Oh, me and Campbell heard you fingering her.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh,
Excuse me.
I
what?
beg your
We were
pardon.
like, why was she doing that?
Yeah,
Why was
what?
that something to do with
That
us?
Matthew Campbell was. I just dropped his old name.
I don't care. It's public anyway. I don't
Matthew
care.
Angie.
No. Who was fingering who? What?
So supposedly my sister was fingering my granny.
Granny's ghost. Your granny's ghost, though.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yep, she likes it.
Have you had any other dead people in that household? Maybe it could have been, or is it only your dead nan?
My sense of humor.
Was she like Home Alone or?
Not
Nope.
your son.
Damn it, I couldn't have come over. Okay.
Then it literally could have been anyone really. Could be a shadow.
No, because she was the only one at that side of the house because Ryan was through playing games and my mum was, I think she was sitting on the couch in the other living room. And
It's all speculation.
you wouldn't see my mum from the angle that she was at.
Well, eyes can fuck with you a bit.
There-
Like,
and
if
also
you,
reflections.
Oh, I agree totally.
Could have,
Fractions
it
and
could have been a
refrac-
reflection.
Including reflections, yeah.
yeah, and especially if it was like dark, and then you can always like see things really, like with your eyes. You can see stuff with your eyes if you didn't know.
No.
The way I would probably think of it,
Thank you, Joe.
the way I'm thinking about it is a potential. It was the TV. I don't know if the TV was on or not, but the TV, we've got a glass pane on that door, so whether the TV, somebody's been on the TV and it's reflected off the glass on the door, and then
That
she's
makes
seen
most
that.
sense.
But
That
the
makes
thing
more
is,
sense.
it's not at the right angle to reflect, so it kind of half rules that theory out.
I get you, like, and it was what this was subjects about is really like we think of. Obviously, does anyone here actually believe in ghosts?
But I was just gonna ask that.
No, we should have probably started it off
Yeah,
with that question.
we're over, like, I'm over half an
I'm
hour
not-
into this recording, and we've only just asked if we believe in ghosts.
I'm not skeptical, but
I'm open to the idea that they could exist, but then also I think it's a load of shit.
Yeah,
But
no,
it
I'll
also
agree
means
with that.
you believe in spirits, really.
What, like
Whiskey,
you have like
vodka.
a purpose after
oh yeah,
life?
spirits 100.
Do
Because
you
spirits,
believe
like
you become
angels and
something
stuff
after
like
your
that.
death? Do you believe you become like an angel or a devil, or do you believe you become like an animal? What's What's your
I want
guys'
to
like?
be a
It's
fish.
weird spirits, though, isn't it? It's a bit like if you
You
die,
wanna,
it's
you
not
wanna
like
be
your brain's
like
gonna work.
re-embodied in a
To...
fish.
I'm
I
gonna
want to be a
monkey.
goldfish.
I want to be a monkey.
What are your guys' opinions on like people who have had a life and can remember their previous life supposedly?
have a life.
That's
That
deja
is
vu, innit?
bullshit.
Oh, what?
That's
What?
deja
What? That,
vu.
kid, that kid apparently.
So I've got a story about it was actually happened in the UK, in Scotland. Well, it was kind of
Scotland isn't in the UK.
Between Scotland
Get
and
rid
England.
of Scotland.
Shut up.
Continue.
Anyway, this kid, I can't remember the kid's name, but if I Google it, I'll find it. Let me Google it.
Hey, Jack.
Yo, podcast with voids.
Oh,
Yo.
what So there's a documentary called The Boy Who Lived Before, and basically this ever since this kid was 2, he's had memories of another life. But this kid, called Cameron Macaulay, he lives in Glasgow with his single mother and his older brother. But he absolutely remembers.
right.
Is he hot?
That's a
He's-
rhyme.
I'm
Think
really
of a
interested if he's
brother.
hot.
Anyway, he remembers life on a Scottish island called Barra, and he has said he remembers living near the beach in a white house close to where the planes would land.
You lived in a White House.
The thing is,
The
no,
planes?
the other thing that's weird
He
about
lives
that.
in the White House.
No, the thing that's weird
he met
about
Barack
that
Obama?
statement is on the island of Barra, and you can Google this, on the island of Barra in Scotland, the planes land on the beach. There's no runway. The planes actually land on the beach, and this kid remembered that absolutely. But,
Yeah, but, like,
he's never been there
Parents could have
before.
told him that.
No, his
What
parents
about-
never told him it, and he'd never been there before.
Internet?
What about?
He
what
was-
about
But the thing is,
he
it could have
remembers
been
this-
anything. It could have
He
been a
remembers
video.
this since he was 2. And there's a
Could've been a
lot
video.
I don't
about
remember
this.
anything from when I was 2.
Yeah, neither
I
do I.
remember egg
Is he?
sandwich, and that's about it.
Yeah. No,
I remember
don't
stuff when I
remember.
was 3, not 2 though.
But
I
he
just remember egg
remembers
sandwiches.
he remembers a lot about it. And
That's
he's
just
like
kinda
he
fun.
remembers falling into he said he remembers walking along the beach one day, and I could be wrong about this, but he was walking along the Okay, so Spencer's just fell backwards off his chair.
Damn.
Talking about falling, I just fell for your sister.
Bravo.
But
Smooth. Smooth.
he was walking along the beach one day. Jack's just left. He was walking along the beach one day, and he fell into this hole, and everything went black. And then he remembers waking up and being in the hospital, and with the
He had
the
a
family
dream.
that he's with now.
He had a fucking dream.
No, but
But it
with
was all a dream.
the family that he's with now, he says he remembers his birth from the point of falling into the hole and then out the other hole.
So basically, his mum's food.
Yes. But it's a really, really good watch as a documentary.
A
but
good
there's-
watch.
There's not that
When
part.
Brad
That'd be a
goes
bit
graphic.
graphic.
Baby boy.
She's coming out of the fucking.
Like something out of a horror movie.
The baby comes out, dude. What the fuck? Wait, did he actually like come out talking or something? Then, if he remembers everything.
No, but this kid can recall and say in great detail things about this of an island that he's never ever visited, and I'm sure he mentioned actual people's names, and he mentioned a family, and he managed to match the names with a family that lived on the island in the time that he had mentioned, in the time scale that he'd mentioned, and things like that.
No, I don't think he did.
What if he just got abducted by that
But
family?
it was an incredible documentary. Actually, it was really
Is
interesting.
his name Madeline? And
No, that was
She get
Portugal.
lost in Portugal.
oh fuck.
Yeah, our
What
parents
year
were
was
out for
Portugal at the
dinner,
time?
and then they come in, and all of a sudden she was in the back of a van.
Well,
I've
Have
been
any
to
of you-
Portugal, Algarve many times.
have you?
That explains a lot.
Say,
Are you Madeline
been-
McCann?
Have you seen my fucking vagina?
yeah.
It's identical to her.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
The
I
fuck?
can't comment on that.
Okay. Anyway, yeah,
Moving
Campbell,
swiftly on.
Campbell, fuck off, Campbell. Do you know that story you were saying? It reminded me
Yes.
of a story I heard once. Apparently, some kid described like a past life where he was fighting in World War II and his plane crashed and that's how he died. And he apparently he remembered where it was and took him exactly to it, and there was a crash plane there.
That's
Yeah,
legitness.
I remember hearing about that as well.
I can't remember what it is. I can't remember the names and stuff
I'm
like that.
gonna Google this. Crashed World War II.
Anyway,
I
Joe,
love how this
continue.
was talking about fucking ghosts.
I mean, it sort of relates to ghosts, like the theory of like your soul lives on in a second life and all that shit, because that sort of ties back to like ghosts and like haunting.
I'm
and
not
all
even
that.
gonna. I'm not gonna try saying this kid's name because it'll turn out racist. So I'm just gonna put the article in Discord.
And especially with like spirits and that, it can go into like a lot of religious stuff. Like my parents are very religious, and there was a point where they had to bless like this house because apparently somebody would feel like their son was still in the house and like he was annoying them or something like that.
Tell
My
the
parents
fuck
went
off.
to the house and
Adoption's
they basically
an
just
option.
prayed. They prayed on the house and like blessed it and all that. And the day after, they said that it felt like he was like gone, and the whole neighborhood thought was asking about him, saying, "Wait, what happened to him?" and shit like that. It's just a bit odd, really.
Wait, your parents were religious, aren't they?
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what I
say
said
his
that.
dad's religious.
That's what
So-
I said.
Ah.
What?
Do your
do you believe
parents?
in
Do your parents believe in ghosts? Being religious?
Well, I told them actually, and they believe in spirits because obviously they believe in angels and
The
everything.
Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And that's why like they blessed the house and they got rid of the
You live in a
spirit.
blessed house.
What?
You live in a blessed house.
No,
Wasn't
they
his
blessed the other houses
up.
with spirits in it.
Bless up,
Oh.
Maggie.
His own house, though. Fuck that shit.
Fuck, we don't need their blessings, bro. Well, before we were talking about some weird stuff. We were saying like if we didn't believe in ghosts or anything, and it's just a lot like we don't believe in ghosts. That means if we hear a story, we just think it's fake. We just think, it's just people making up shit. If somebody who actually deeply believes in ghosts, they'd think any of the stories we've just said are real ghosts and spirits. For example, you can't see obviously because it's a fucking podcast, but there's a lamp behind me.
It might be on
I had this
YouTube.
lamp for like.
That could be ours.
Oh, you got a lamp too, Faults? What the fuck? There's a lamp behind me. I've had it for like 3 years. And it's just a lot of things have been attached to it, really. So the first thing that happened was.
Moths.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, they're very attached to it.
Sorry.
Flies.
I think I was just sitting on my bed or laying on my bed,
Coronavirus.
just chilling. I'm absolutely chilling in there with my lamp
Chilling.
on, and my
See the
full-on
rapids.
light bulb shot out and smashed on my desk. I was really it scared the shit out of me. And literally, what happened is, so like the
I've got
light
a
was still
theory
on.
then.
It was just a glass bulb. It just popped off and then smashed on the desk, and it went like everywhere on the floor.
I've got a theory.
What is it?
The
A game
moth carried
theory?
it out.
When
It was the moths.
when they did the faking of the moon landings, they did it in your bedroom with your lamp,
For each.
and that's why it went.
Boof. So
It was a
after
Russian
that
nuclear
happened,
test.
it was fucking sus, lads. It was like my lamp's the imposter, and oh, you cut yourself, folks. That's not cool. I was just I was confused, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? and apparently, as far as I still don't know, but if I told someone who deeply believes in ghosts and I told them that story, they'll tell me like an hour story that a ghost has done that, and I still wouldn't believe it. But what happened? It was like 2-3 weeks afterwards. I went to switch off my lamp to go to sleep.
You sleep?
I know, right?
He sleeps
And,
most of the day. That's why the podcast was supposed to come up
Shut the
yesterday,
fuck
and
up.
it didn't because Joe was actually
Spencer,
in
you're
bed
pointing
asleep.
the wrong way.
Thanks. So the second I switched off my lamp, it was fucking creepy. The second I switched off the lamp, my keyboard switches on by itself. Like, so what happens is when I switch on my keyboard, there's a little screen, and it goes blue, and then that'll tell me like what chords I'm playing and all that. So literally, the second I switched off my lamp,
Oh, your piano keyboard. Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, you should have been more clear.
absolute ghost gamer, boys. We've got a fucking ghost game.
I thought you were
Shit.
talking about your like actual computer for a second.
No,
I was like,
yeah,
your
that would've
computer
been fucking-
keyboard.
But the second I switched on my lamp, my piano keyboard switched on and it went blue, like the little thing, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And I was like, I swear, if someone starts playing that piano, I'm gonna fucking dip.
You're just gonna get
Hopefully. Luckily there wasn't any, but it was
Yeah,
still
shut
just
up,
screaming the
Pete.
fuck out. I don't know. And it always keeps knocking over by itself, and that's creepy.
See, I had a similar thing happen where I was in my bedroom at my granddad's house and the TV just turned on. It was like 4 a.m. and the remote was sitting next to the TV at the other side of the room, and the TV just turned on and started like blasting the news or something.
Yeah, but my TV turns itself on all the time. But it's nothing to do with remotes or anything because all the remotes are in a box. It's because it's doing an update because it's connected to the internet.
Oh, this isn't
it
an
turns
internet
itself
connected
on.
TV. This is
That's
like a
it.
dumb TV.
The same thing happened with my Xbox when I realized I was sat under controller. Sorry, guys.
Is
I
anybody
just wanted to
here?
be interested. Sorry.
Does anyone here has an out of body experience?
I thought you were trying to
Define
summon the
that. Define
ghosts
that,
in your
like-
room for a minute there. Is anyone here? And you're sitting looking at your Ouija board you've just drawn
Is
out.
anybody here? Please make a sign.
Woo!
Imagine if my lamp just fucking shot up.
Joe, shit a
Yeah.
brick.
What the
If
fuck
anyone's
just
here,
Joe's
go
like, I'm moving
fuck
out.
yourself.
If anyone's here, can you go to the
This-
shops to get me some drinks? Because I'm actually quite hungry and thirsty. Can I...
He's moving your camera. He's moving your camera to focus
Oh,
on you.
oh, the camera's moving. Oh, it's totally not computer controlled. Okay.
So,
Um,
as I was saying, I once had like my life flash before my eyes.
how?
You know
Yeah.
when you're like near death, and then like you
Yeah.
apparently
Do
see
you
your
want
whole
to
life.
run us through the story and how you got there and how it
It's
felt?
such a shit story.
Go on,
I
run
was
us through it.
I was at school. I was talking to my friend, and my other friend came up behind me and screamed so loudly in my ear, I thought I was gonna die. And I saw my life flash before my eyes. I was pretty much paralyzed. I was like,
So I just had a really weird thought come to my head, and it's nothing to do with like you're shouting in an ear.
I'm gonna come
But
back
if
to
someone
that
was
one.
to get choked during a sexual like action and slammed against a wall, and then have an out of body experience, would it be their best sex ever? Because they've technically had. Why are both of you pulling the fucking face?
can we try? I mean, what?
They're both pulling the face. Okay, but yeah, like if you get like that scenario and you had like an out of body experience, like boys, be careful.
There's only one way to
I might
find
just
out.
highlight this.
No, there's that.
Fight! No,
No, there's a specific
Daddy
way
can
to
know.
do it where it doesn't actually suffocate him. TikTok's a crazy place, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but like some
I mean, it
people
depends
don't.
where you
Some people don't realize that and probably just actually choke someone and almost give them and potentially do give them an out of body experience.
I think Spencer's. I think he spells TikTok like Pornhub.
You just got
I'm not
mugged.
dyslexic.
also-
I'm not dyslexic.
Also,
Yeah, you're
I
sitting
got
there
that
going,
faster than you
"Huh?"
did.
Also, Spencer, I just want to highlight. So you're on like BDSM TikTok with choking and stuff.
Yeah, what the
I'm on
fuck
about,
kind
I'm
of
on about
thing?
six.
Yeah,
That's
what's
on
I'm
that?
on
Kink
six
Talk.
different- I'm on 6 different ones, mate. So
But you're on King Talk, so
that's for
To
me.
be
the best.
fair, I do get it
All right,
sometimes.
Faulty.
so Beth, what was your out of body experience like? Going back to that,
I
Like,
can't really
really-
remember anything, but I just
when
remember
you when
seeing
you say
like
your life flashed in front of your eyes, though,
I just saw like loads of shit like going past me like really really
So you
fast.
basically had a heart attack.
isn't that like what like when you see in the TVs when someone has like a flashback in their life? And they have
Yeah,
all
it
their,
was like
all their
that.
life
It was
memories in
like
this
that.
tunnel.
To be
It
fair,
was
I
Like a
kind of,
terrifying.
montage of
I
your
kind
life.
of know, I kind of know what she means because I did actually have a similar.
I think we've mentioned this before, Campbell.
Yeah,
Go on,
I
Cameron,
remember
tell us
talking about this. We
Yeah.
So I've also had a similar situation where my life flashed before my eyes. So I was 15 at the time, and I had a nasty accident on my mountain bike when I was coming home
Nasty.
from school, of all things. So I was trying to come home from school. I was excited for the release of Battlefield 4. I'd pre-ordered it,
Reach.
and it this is genuinely, this is how I remember it. It was the day of release. It was a Friday. I was waiting to go home all day. I'd been sitting excited to go home and play Battlefield 4. Like, I'd preloaded it. I was good to go. And then I had an accident on the way home from work. And by that I don't mean I
You had
shot
an
myself.
accident and it wasn't your fault.
No,
Faults just put a paint drawing of an L.
So I turned the corner from the school, and you basically go down a little hill. It's nothing big, but it's all on a road. So I come out of the school, turned right onto the road, and then I got halfway down that road, and I'm not sure what happened. I think the front brake locked up on my bike, and then because I tried to compensate for that by leaning, so I leaned back, but my foot slipped. And when my foot slipped, my trousers got caught in the chain. When that happened, the whole lot locked up, and the bike just flipped. So I went right over the handlebars, and the first thing to hit the ground was my face.
That explains a lot. Look at you.
I lost I lost 2.5 teeth.
Oh.
2.5.
2.5. Yeah, I've got half
Okay.
a tooth ground down there. It's great. But yeah, lost 2.5 teeth. And I was very, very lucky I was wearing a helmet. Because my head took a hell of an impact. I remember I was lying on the ground. It felt like forever. I wasn't unconscious, I know that. But
I think it's just shock, really.
I felt like I was lying on the ground, and I felt like everything went silent. And I could just see, like, me as a kid with my family and things like that. Like, and it was just all this stuff was picture. I could remember old things, old memories, just pictures
Man
running
was probably
through
having
your
a
head.
flashback.
Yeah, no, honestly, that.
Again.
Did both
And then-
of this? Oh, sorry.
And then I just, like, I felt like my hearing came back, and like
God said
light,
it's not your time,
and it was.
young boy. It's not your time.
And I remember one of the guys that used to actually be a dick in school. He was an absolute dick. But
Say
I
his
remember
name.
him.
Shut- Come on.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
fuck.
Hey,
No. I honest to God, I changed my mind about him completely because he was the only person out of everyone in that school, and there was a decent amount of people walking past. He was the only one that come and helped and picked me up.
Oh.
I was in some serious pain.
Okay.
Blood
Get over
coming out
him.
everywhere.
Okay, stop.
Question for both of you. Did this experience make you change anything about your life for a negative
Yes.
or positive way?
No,
Impact.
Yes.
I'm still a bitch.
True.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
I'm
Sorry,
a
Jack.
bad
Please don't
bitch, I
message me.
didn't
Please don't
dare.
message me, Jack.
No, 100% for me. I used to kind of like if I'd get an opportunity for something, I'd be a bit like, eh. Whereas now, if I get the opportunity to do something, like, for example, my current job,
Skydiving.
I'll skydive.
Okay,
if-
go on.
If I get an opportunity that I'll just not pass it up a lot of the time, because I see the importance of life and I understand having had that, like,
Does anyone else wanting to shout cringe, or is it just me?
no, I remember sitting in the car on my way to the dentist's because my teeth were cracked in half. And I remember turning around to my mom, and I was terrified. And I remember turning to say it and saying to her, I feel like I'm gonna die. And I was being absolutely serious. It was such a horrible, horrible, terrifying
feel like
feeling.
We're in slow motion.
Yeah.
Rolling.
I felt like the accident
Because
and
I'm-
everything happened in slow motion. But then
That's what, like... Oh, faults, you're lagging.
I think Faults is in slow motion. But yeah,
'Cause,
no,
like-
it was I can't describe how terrifying that is. Having your life flash before your eyes and then actually turning around and seriously saying to your mom, I feel like I'm gonna die. I knew I was fine. In my head, I knew I was fine. But I had this horrible, horrible feeling that something was just gonna go terribly wrong. And
It's the shock to the system.
it
It's just
actually
like-
made my mum quite emotional. That I turned around and looked her in the eye and said that.
Of course it's gonna fucking be emotional, but, like... It's something weird, because, like, it's not expected in the amount of shock you have. For some reason, everything goes in slow motion for you. Like, I'm not trying to one up you here. It's the only experience
No.
I've had is when I was in a coach crash on a T-junction, and everything was just fucking slow. Like, everything was in a slow motion. It's just okay. I'm getting L's at me, and it's just you don't expect it because you always like think, oh, the car's just gonna stop, so then I'm not gonna worry about that. But it just kept going, and then everything just goes really slow, and it's just silent. Because it's just, I feel like
It's that
everything
afterwards,
about your
it's
body,
that
it goes into
silence.
this shock. It just goes into this shock where you don't focus on anything else but are you going to be alive? Like, you don't think, oh, I'm gonna listen to the music on the radio, boys, while I'm about to die.
No,
But it is...
you're totally right. After you have that accident, the initial shock, you feel like you can't hear anything. Everything's just silent. You're just looking around, and you're so aware of time being so slow, and just kind of everything around you. And you're just looking around and seeing what's going on, but it's silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
the video doesn't match the audio in this. I can tell you that for a fact.
What do you mean?
Also,
Because everybody's in the
we're-
call,
to be having
L
two serious
dancing while
fucking-
we're talking about fucking
Serious
nearly
stories,
dying.
everyone's like,
I just want to say that I don't actually think I saw my life flash before my eyes. That's just what I'm saying.
yes,
is
because you got screamed at and you had a big fuck off flashback.
So
I'm not joking, you've never
I have a question.
experienced
Do you
that
have
in
any
my life.
more horror stories? Like ghost stories you want to share, Joe? Is there anything?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
Beth has
I'll
one.
go on, Beth.
It's not much, but it's something.
It's not. It's not much. It's
I've got
something.
It's not much.
I've got something to end it, but go for it. Go for it.
It's not much, but it's honest work. Because obviously I work at vets.
Uh-huh.
Preach. Do you hear the
Saving,
death
saving
of the
animals,
animals?
on the saving animals on the daily.
One of the students who used to work there, she said she believed in ghosts and spirits and things like that, and she used to say she could see like all the animals like running around.
So, you know,
Yeah, but that's just-
I've got something actually quite closely related to that.
It's a bit like psychics, really.
So my mum worked in a hospital for 10 years, 11 years. And so she used to work hospital at night. So she would basically tuck everybody into bed. That sounds awful. Tuck everyone into bed, make sure they've got their medication, make sure they're comfortable, and then
Yes.
do the handover in the morning, medication, that kind of stuff. Make sure people are alive. But she said if you were on a ward at night and you could be sitting at like the desk in the ward and look up the ward and see somebody walk from a room. And to this day, she says every time she saw that, she would walk up there and the person would be sitting in their bed dead.
Mama.
So the way she felt like she knew somebody was dead is when she saw them walking out of the room across the hall. But when she went there, they were in the original room, dead.
Jesus. Sounds eventful. So Joe, is there something you said you had something else?
Give him a minute to finish the Macarena.
Basically, yeah.
They're
Is,
all doing. Why are we doing the Macarena? You know this is gonna end up on the TikTok, and you know you're all gonna go, "Oh, why did you upload it?"
Why would you upload that?
Yeah, there we are.
Anyway, so what I was thinking about, because this science thing, is I searched up
Porn.
the smartest man alive. What his thoughts was about ghosts, because
The smartest man alive. Okay.
big man
Smartest man alive.
Einstein.
Oh,
You know he was very.
I know he's not
like,
alive.
Yeah, he's dead.
You know he wasn't actually that smart.
Yeah, he wasn't
he's
that
quite
smart,
dumb.
but he
He's
was
quite dumb.
It was actually really dumb.
Talk about, like, maths and that.
MC squared.
I seen what his thoughts on ghosts were, and it was about he was talking about like energy and stuff. So basically, what he said was, and I quote: "Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another, referring
not
to
about
energy could
ghosts.
transform into ghosts."
That's a law of thermodynamics.
That is literally just
That's
basic
just the
energy
laws of
science.
physics.
He was basically saying that energy can turn into ghosts.
Yeah, I don't think he was talking about ghosts. I think
Yeah,
he
I
was
don't
talking
think
about.
he was talking about ghosts, Joe.
I think he was talking about. something
He
else.
said they could transform into ghosts. And that was
Can
a
I just
quote.
make
All energy-
can I
all-
just make a proposal
Energy
here?
can never be destroyed or anything. It can just be transformed into something else.
Can I just
That's how you
make
get more energy of something.
can I just make a point here?
Go on.
When Joe googled the smartest man alive, he definitely fucking didn't see himself.
I didn't Google the smartest man alive. I've just seen it on fucking saying someone believes in ghosts. It's Einstein.
I have a quick story thing.
Go for it.
So apparently, do you know the Xbox 360 Connect before? Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, and I don't know what sources I'm getting this from, but I've just heard it about. But the Xbox 360 Connect apparently got discontinued because it started tracking like energies behind
Ooh.
like people on it.
That's terrifying.
So a kid would just be playing on the Kinect and then it just like tracks someone else behind them, like a taller figure. So that's
Oh,
apparently
the
why they got
Kinect.
discontinued.
Yeah, I'm good.
Or it was
And
just
no-
shit.
It is. Like it's a bit like There's a proper TV shows of ghost hunters, and they have their like basically Kinects, but a lot
The
smaller.
Xbox
And they
Kinect,
would,
they're
like-
just playing Dance
No,
Revolution.
And there's like a little
Fucking
dancing
ghost.
little figure saying, "Look, it's a fairy ghost, and it's dancing for us."
They're like, no,
Like-
sorry, I just left Just
Come on.
Dance in the bloody player.
It's a bit like a Snapchat filter, isn't it? It's like, oh, the dog filter went behind me. There's
This-
a ghost
There's a
behind
fu-
me.
It's this fucking ghost just default dancing in the middle of the room, and they're like, oh yeah, fuck off, I left Just Dance in the Wii.
Hey lad,
Sorry.
let me have a go of that Snapchat filter. That looks fun. Like, it's obviously going to be like technology issues, and people who believe in that would
So-
just believe in ghosts of anything.
So
really.
advice
That's
for
what-
anyone that's watching a ghost movie and you're terrified and you've got no way of getting away from it. Just play the Fortnite default dance music over it, and everything will be fine. Because
and
you'll
then
just
play
see
this
the ghost
podcast.
default dancing, and then that's it. It's fine.
Yeah, don't forget to listen to the rest of the podcast and also subscribe to us on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So, yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, and also,
And just
the
think, hey,
the podcasts.
them podcast guys said I'm stupid if I believe in ghosts, so I shouldn't worry about it anymore. And if you just feel paranoid, our podcast should calm you down.
Fuck off.
Yo, this podcast does
My
not
thoughts
calm me down.
exactly.
All right. Is that any other ghosty stories, boys?
Dead Mouse had a song called Ghosts and Stuff.
I'm gonna make a comment here. I think ghost films and stories and paranormal activities and that are way out of proportion. And an actual ghost is probably less likely to probably attack us and do these terrifying things that everyone seems to have.
What about the
If we
movie
don't-
Ghosts, where it's a really romantic film
Like,
with the clay?
in all seriousness, ghosts like in every single movie attack us, and then like the only videos we've got that people have are of ghosts supposedly attacking them.
Yeah.
When like, why does it all go down that line of things? Like, what happens
with
to a friendly ghost? Casper
For
wants to be
the
friendly.
plot.
Or a Ouija board.
Oh, why isn't there no
they
YouTube
obviously do it
videos?
for the plot.
Why isn't there a YouTube video making best friends with my mate Casper the ghost and playing fucking chess against him?
He's like, oh, get checkmated, bitch.
Wow,
Do you know
just
what, we
fucking
could-
send us-
I'm just thinking we could segue this topic onto like aliens and shit as well.
I mean, that could be
Fuck
next
off.
week because
That could be a horrible week.
hasn't
Yeah, that's what I mean.
hasn't the
aliens and
government
stuff.
released them videos yet? Of the
Yeah, they
UFOs?
came out 2 days ago or 3 days
can
ago.
talk
I
about
haven't-
Well, there we go. We've got
Focus.
another topic, boys.
Look at that.
We have about 8 topics on our document, and we upload a podcast every other week.
Yeah,
We're
we're,
gonna be here for
years.
what one are we?
Let's
What,
go.
do we know what podcast
drop
we're
out.
gonna do when we're
Internet dropouts
actually
going global.
in person?
No.
Though? Okay, cool.
Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing.
But thank you for all watching this chaotic podcast on
Don't
ghosts.
forget to go to internet.dropouts.link. Internet.dropouts.link.
Oh, if that's
Sorry,
the
can I just
hassle,
hear
just
that
go
one
on
more
Twitter.
time?
I drop out.
Internet.dropouts.link. And
Thank you.
also, if you're wondering where the advice segment went, no one emailed us. Shocker.
I wonder
No
why.
one
Please, we need.
I mean, we got an
content.
email
Give us
from
advice.
Twitch. We got an email from Twitch saying Buffy Lou has followed.
Oh,
So
Let's
some
go.
advice.
Welcome.
So some good advice would be to follow us on Twitch as well. Not that we're
Yes,
gonna
yes, yes, yeah,
actually
yeah.
put
exactly.
anything
Which
up
is
on it
all
right
on the
now.
website, by the way.
But if we were to really be like
Internet.dropouts.link.
scrape it, if we were to really scrape the barrel, we'd go on Quora relationship advice, and just answer them because that is a priceless section. So I feel like we should do that really quick, just to fill the section.
Is
Okay.
that what we're
So,
doing?
Do it-
Is
can't
that
we
what we're
just do
doing?
it,
as
like,
a quick finale.
Next podcast at the beginning.
No. We got to put it in the episodes. We said we were going to do an advice thing,
Fine.
so it's going to be here at
Hurry
the
the
end.
fuck up! I need a piss.
run
So the
then.
first question on Quora is: my boyfriend and I have been in love for 8 years, and we've had some sweets and
Just
quarrels,
fuck.
but we're still loving. Wait, that's an answer. Oh, well, that's the
Can't
answer.
answer an answer.
We love each
I'm-
other. Oh,
I'm
that's a
cool with
good
that.
question.
Quora, I'm gonna sign in with our email, boys. We're gonna
Oh,
get
for
emails
fuck,
from
Hurry
Quora.
the fuck up.
Go for a wee wee.
I need a piss.
Just go, Joe. I've got to fill in
True,
some
because I
stats
don't have
about
any relationship advice.
technology.
My relationships went to shit
Yeah,
anyway.
what advice do we want to give? Technology, movies, health, science, music, psychology,
Science.
psychology,
Any and everything. We can never say the wrong
mental
thing.
illness.
Oh, we're good at that. We're all
Good having
yeah.
Depression, anxiety,
Joe's good at that.
panic attacks. Loading my feed. Okay.
That's a funny one. What's that mental illness about?
How do I search Quora? Relationship. Dating and relationship space.
Just go on fucking Reddit.
Okay, we've got a question. Okay, I met this guy on. Should I wait for Joe? No, fuck him. Okay, I
No.
met this guy online a few weeks ago, and we've had this amazing chemistry. But for the past 2 days, he's been asking. We dirty video call, and I've refused. Is he serious for a relationship, or is he just piss? Or is he just passing? Please help.
Is he just
He
pissing?
just wants to fuck.
Why? What was the question?
So I met this guy online a few weeks ago. It's not me, it's the question. Just for
Are
clarification.
you sure?
We have amazing chemistry, but for the past 2 days, he's been asking we dirty video call, and I have refused. Is he serious for a relationship, or is he just passing? Please help.
He's passing. If he's saying sex, he's just horny and
Yeah,
wants.
but
not
it's a
saying
few.
we met.
But if it's been there for a few weeks, maybe he was expecting it before
Yeah,
then.
I've been here for a year and a bit, and I thought I
He'll
was
ju-
just passing.
Oh, okay,
Hold
Jack.
Hold on.
Bear.
Hold on.
Jack, do you want to add a
Hold on.
question to that insight?
Yo, I
Okay,
wanna now
thanks
have a
for
question for the
watching the
relationship advice
podcast.
section of
Thanks
this
for
podcast.
listening.
Right, come on.
No, I reckon he's just a fuckboy. Because if he's saying like, how long have they been talking?
They've been
Bitch, just
talking for-
confront him about it.
They met online a few weeks ago, so they met
A
online.
few weeks ago. Literally, what he'll be doing is trying to act all
Masturbating.
sweet, saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and then because there's
Is
like
this something you've personally done, Joe?
no, and then he'll just be really horny and just like, "Oh, sexy times."
So
Because
you're
women-
saying
women-
saying
Nah,
he's
I'm
just
saying
pass-
men are dickheads.
you're saying he's just passing, so fuck him off.
Literally
But
expose
maybe-
him for it.
Fucking
Fucking-
first. Fucking first.
But maybe that's his
No, because
love
that's what he
language.
wants.
But what happens if like he's just met online and he's just feeling a bit horny that one day?
Yeah, so just ask him at
What
least.
if
Just say,
that's his
But it's
love
been 2
language?
days. It's been 2 days.
just ask him. Just say, look, what are we?
Who
I
are
would
we?
block
Who
it.
are we?
I mean that,
Wait,
that is a
does it
good, that
say-
is a
does
good
it say the
starting that is a good
distance?
starting point because she hasn't I'm assuming it's a she hasn't preferenced this with are they talking for them for a few weeks or are
Yeah,
they
like
just
they met.
friends? Like what are they? Because like are they just
Plus,
friends?
how
If you're
does it
just
say the
friends, then
distance?
no
Because
hope.
if it's like 200 meters away from each other, like
Who's down the
I don't know,
road?
there's a
Sounds like
lot
it's easy.
missing.
No,
There's a
that's
lot
not bad,
missing
Joe.
from this because like
I know that's
if they
what
were
I'm
like talking and maybe something like that was how it was developing, then maybe that's how it was developing.
Yeah, well, so we'll put
But-
this question down
Well,
to
yeah.
need more context.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because,
you need more
Email
context.
us and we'll answer.
This is some random motherfucker on the internet. I highly doubt they're gonna listen to this.
Yeah, if
Well, if they do so happen to
Brenna
listen, feel free
O'Donnell-
to email us.
Fuck off.
We got you, homie. We got you. Don't worry.
We'll
got
give you
you.
advice.
What I'm gonna say is that boy kind of sus.
He's just so
Don't fall for him.
But yeah, if you need advice or anything, we will
One
actually
last
answer
one,
your
one last
question. Or you want
One last
another?
one.
You
A
want
good
one more
one, a good
advice one?
A good one. A good one.
Good one with
Okay.
context.
Someone's gonna have to fill a void here. Start talking.
So, what's the deal with airplane food? Am I right, guys?
No, fuck
Okay.
off.
Okay.
I like
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been on an aeroplane.
Holy shit! Yo, we're not doing that one. It's to do with a daughter who's 4-year-old and something that the daddy said to her and made her
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Can
Moving
we?
on.
Can we? Can
Fucking
you
horror is
bookmark that and we'll
dirty.
talk? We'll talk about it off podcast.
What? Can we bookmark that?
How do-
We'll discuss that off.
Spencer,
Oh,
are
no,
you
no,
just
what Daddy
wearing?
says.
Are you wearing really short shorts, or are you in your boxers?
No, they're just tight up. Cause
Right, I was
Man's trying to
gonna
get the
say
sun on his
there's
thigh.
gonna be there's
My-
gonna need
my
we're gonna need a bit of editing if you're sitting there in your fucking boxers.
Bruh.
Nah,
That kinda
nah,
sus.
just get your cock out, mate. It's
no,
just
my
all-
ass is sweaty. So
Oh,
Oh.
It's starting to slide back. Oh,
Damn, that's a good gap we've just filled there. Just talking about Fultz's sweaty ass.
Lovely.
nothing wrong with my sweaty ass.
Uh,
It is huge.
It is.
It's the biggest out of this whole group.
dating and
You're
Have
relationship.
you
welcome,
seen
Fultz.
Campbell's dump?
Bigger than yours, Bear.
I never said it
Okay.
wasn't.
Right, we've got a
Why have you been
question
looking at my
from
butt?
Falahayini
Daddy.
something.
Say the fucking question.
So the question is, how do I tell my boyfriend who is 30 years old that I'm 16? Oh God.
What
know
the
it-
fuck?
There's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to it. I know it sounds messed up, but I really like him. I don't want anyone telling me it's wrong. I already know, but I really want to keep him. He thinks I'm 19, but I think he has suspicions.
All right, thank you everyone so much for listening to the
I've got an easy pub
podcast.
for that. I've got an easy pub for that. Fake ID.
So yeah,
First of all,
how do I tell my boyfriend who is 30 I'm 16 is the question.
never
Anyway,
ever lie about the age. Second of all,
Fake ID.
just leave him. Just leave him. You've got
Yeah,
no
just-
chance, lad.
Just air him.
I
Completely
mean,
air him.
Just
yeah,
try.
I've
Shut
seen
up,
it in the
Campbell.
past though that like someone's like lied about their age, but because like they're in love, then they've sort of like gotten
Lad,
over it
have you
afterwards.
heard the fucking age difference though? And he lied that he's 19.
It's a fucking 14-year age difference.
Where does he live?
It might be in a heat, I
Dunno.
think.
If it's here, then that's technically
Do
legal.
you know what? Do you know what the worst part
It
is
doesn't
though?
matter. Either way, it
So
doesn't
because the girl has
All day,
lied,
yeah.
because the girl has lied, I actually do agree with Joe of leave him, because this man is now a sex predator,
You've lied.
whether he knows it or not.
Yeah.
matter. This man be doing the sex offender
You've lied to a
shuffle.
point that could literally ruin your, in air quotes, love of your life.
But
Like-
also, I feel really bad for the guy in that situation. The 30-year-old, if it's a guy.
Yeah, because if that gets into a case, he's in prison.
But
like-
also the fact that if he actually genuinely has feelings and likes this girl, that he's actually going to be devastated as well and have his heart broken. And it's not like you can fix it in counseling or some shit.
Exactly. Like,
Because she's 16. That don't get fixed in counseling.
or he, or
No,
they.
it says it sounds really messed up, but I really like him. So the 30-year-old is male and the 16-year-old is.
Yeah, we don't know.
Female.
16-year-old.
But she led him on and thought to think that she was 19 and didn't correct him. That's wrong.
It
The
is just
state of
very
Florida
fucked.
has
That
asked
just
us
shouldn't be a
to
thing.
She
and-
should
expose our
She
sexual
should have
crimes
said
to you.
straight away. Okay, you can say that you're 19 to stop like creeps, and then once you actually get to know somebody, you tell them.
I reckon that's what the only thing she can do is
Leave
just
him
say,
or tell him.
I'm 16. I'm sorry. I hope we can at least. Not even being friends is just a bit touchy. But
You
like,
could wait for her, I guess, but
just
Yeah,
say
but-
it. Like, stop lying. It's not going to help you
You
get
have to
anywhere.
tell him, and you have to end it.
Because that
that
ain't
is-
that ain't love, homie. Lying ain't love.
Damn, you say it straight. Anyway, boys and girls and gentlemen and gentle titties, we
What
have
the
been we have been the Internet Dropouts. You can catch us on YouTube, the Internet Dropouts. You can catch us on Twitter, iDrops, Instagram, iDrops, TikTok, iDrops, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts now because we finally fixed it and we're on there.
Let's go.
Congratulations to Campbell. We are your
Well done.
7 out of 5-star rated podcast.
Hell yeah.
And that's pretty much us out of here. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time when we have more fun stuff to talk about. And if you want anything in the meantime, just check us out on social media because I promise you it's worth your time. Okay.
It really is. Bye, guys. Bye.
bye.
Bye.